Okay, this is the second in a series of three that I've done. Um, this is for people who've got a back injury or who are have just newly had a baby. So first week or 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks of having a baby, depending on your own birth experience and how quickly you've got going again. It's very gentle. It feels good to do. If it doesn't feel good to do, then don't do it. And the real focus is on gently getting your body moving again and breathing and finding a little bit of center. Okay, so let's get started. You're going to lie on your back. And if you want to, you can have a cushion behind your head. And if you want to, you could get a little rolled up towel and place that under your back. But really, we'd only do that if you feel you've got a really big arch in your back. Start with your hands, fingertips on your pubic bone. Heels of hands are going to go on your hip bones. And just gently rock your pelvis backwards and forward, just a little bit, noticing how, as you tilt your pelvis backwards, if you had champagne flutes resting on your pelvis, as you tilt it backwards, they drop onto your belly button. You should feel your back flatten into the floor. And as you tilt your pelvis forwards, the champagne flutes would drop off and wet your bum. And then coming backwards again. And one last time forwards. As you go forwards, don't push it too far. If it feels a little bit tweaky, you don't need to worry about it. And then just find a place where you feel that those champagne flutes would nicely balance on your pelvis and they wouldn't drop off either way. And that's what we're going to call neutral pelvis. Move your hands up just a little bit and so that they're onto your belly. Now you're going to keep your neutral pelvis and you're going to allow your breath into your belly. As you breathe in and out, you'll feel your belly expand, you'll feel the sides of your ribs expand, and you'll feel your back expand. It's like the cylinder of your torso is growing wider and narrowing as you breathe. Now, please don't feel that a strong core is a narrow core, because it isn't. A strong core is a core that can be wide and can be narrow. A weak core has to grip and hold. Okay. Keep your hands there. Maybe you take your thumbs just to your lower ribs and your little fingers to your hip bones, little bony bits that stick out on your pelvis. And from there, you can have this sense of not moving your torso particularly. And I just want you to gently slide your right leg long along the floor. As you do that, there may be a temptation to arch your back a little bit more. And if that's the case, don't go all the way out with your leg. I want you to feel that you keep your lower back gently still. And I use the word gentle on purpose. Take a breath in here. And then as you breathe out, slide the leg back in. Make sure you have started your breath out before you slide back in. Breathing in. As you breathe out, sliding the leg out. Just breathe in here to prepare. And as you breathe back out, slide the leg back in. I want you to keep moving and breathing. As you move and breathe, your awareness is on that those bones in your lower back are gently staying still as you do this. Now you may also take your focus up to your rib cage, and as you're lengthening your leg out and in, you'll notice that your rib cage isn't shifting to the side particularly, that you're not holding. You know, for me, I imagine that I'm lying on a lilo on a tightrope, and I'm gently trying to stay in the middle of the lilo as I slide in and out. It's more the less effort, the better. You're sharing the load between all the muscles of your center rather than trying to grip through one area. Just bring that leg back in now. And take your arms all the way down to the side. And stretch your arms up to the ceiling and take them back behind you. So you do feel the length through your sides. I think we did this in the first video that I did. And then bring your arms all the way back to your sides. And we'll do that one more time, taking the arms up, overhead. Notice no tension in your throat, no tension in your shoulders. And then slowly coming back down. Now we're going to try and combine the arms and one leg. Inhale. As you exhale, sliding the leg out, taking the arms overhead. Now, if you find yourself doing the opposite breathing, do you know, I'm absolutely fine with that. And then slowly coming back in. I just really want you to know that you need to move and breathe all the time, never holding your breath, but don't over breathe. Don't breathe too fast and too furious. And then gently coming back in again. Keep the breath, keep the movement of the arm and the arms and the leg, and just notice what's happening in your spine. Your spine, those little vertebrae should stay gently still. And then slowly coming down. And as you do this, you take your focus onto your rib cage, and you notice at the back, I'm thinking, that your ribs at the back are pretty much staying still. And then coming back in. Let's do one last one on each side. As you take your arms up, you may feel just a gentle lift of your sternum. It shouldn't be too big. You should feel that you're gently controlling that so the bones of your lower back aren't moving too much. But there may be a little bit of a lift of your sternum, your breastbone, sorry, as you take your arms up and overhead. And then slowly back down with the arms. Okay, I'm going to stay with this a little bit. You're going to take your right knee out to the right side. And then bring it back in. And take your left knee out to the left side. And bring it back in. Now I want you to take your right knee out to the right side. And then you're going to stretch that right leg out. As you stretch the right leg out, your knee can look up to the ceiling. And then slide that leg back in. So you're making like this little circular movement in your hip. The right leg slides out, and then you stretch it all the way out. Didn't describe that very well. I'll describe it better this time. Slide the leg back in. We'll do one more. The knee goes to the right, and then you stretch the leg out. Knee looks up to the ceiling, you slide the leg back in. We're going to do the same on the other side. Left knee goes out to the left side. And then you slide the leg out. Starts in a turn out, but by the time it's straight, the knee is up to the ceiling. You slide that leg in. Same again. Left knee slides out to the left. And then it slides down straight. The knee looks straight up and you bring it back in. One last time. The knee goes out, slides all the way out along the floor, and it slides back in. Take your right knee out to the right side again. Bring it back in. Take your left knee out to the left side. And bring it back in. As you do this, go for a moment. Right knee again, then left knee, okay? Take a moment to focus on the bones of your spine. Think about them staying still as you do this, gently still. Go back to that image of lying on your lilo and gently trying to stay in the middle of your lilo without holding any tension in your body. One last time to each side. Back to center. Last time on the left. And back to center. Good. I have one last exercise in this series. Feet relatively close to your bottom. Now I want to gently press into your feet. Just let your back flatten into the floor. You know what I'm saying, softly, really softly. From here, push into your feet. Just the tiniest bit. Start to allow a lift of your pelvis off the floor. But then don't go any further and slowly roll back down from there. Come back to that neutral position with your spine. Take the tension out of your feet a little. Inhale. As you exhale, a gentle pressure into your feet and feel the length and the flattening of your lower back. A little pressure into your pelvis, into your feet to pick up your pelvis, and then slowly meandering back down, all the way back to neutral. Inhale. Exhale. Gentle pressure. Press into your feet to hover the pelvis off the floor. Can you feel the back of your legs having to work as you do this? Slowly meandering back down. One last one, and then we'll call it a day. Inhale. Exhale, a little pressure into the feet. Tilt the pelvis, press, hover. Shoulders are nice and relaxed. Throat is nice and relaxed. And coming back down from the top to the bottom. Slide your right leg out. Slide your left leg out. Take your arms gently into a wide V and breathe. I will leave you here.